What motivates me is how can we take the next steps, not just to move the research question, but to have meaningful impact on people with stroke. I was in the varsity gymnastics team at the University of British Columbia and went to the physio and thought, wow, that was really interesting, and went on and decided I wanted to be a physio. So that's how I got started. And then I ended up interning and becoming a physical therapist. And I really felt that I could learn more about why we do things and why things work. So I went back to school and I ended up doing a master's in biomedical engineering. I think that really helped me in a lot of ways how to deal with data, how to deal with engineering applications, which I now bring into some of my work today. When I started out with research, my area coming from the engineering side was more in the mechanics of walking. People with stroke have a lot of difficulties with walking, impairments. Their energy expenditure can be 3 to 6 times that of someone else who is similarly aged. Yes, there's major walking problems, but how can we solve them? And then I started to delve into treatments. So a few years ago, we were looking at the problem of arm and hand function. And it is well known that you really need to have thousands of repetitions over and over again to improve the brain. And there's a direct link from how much you actually do and how much the brain repairs and your recovery from a stroke. So when I looked at the situation of how much we actually do in the hospitals, it's probably dozens of repetitions. But we really actually need thousands of repetitions to make any difference. So at that time, I applied to the Heart and Stroke Foundation and got funding, and that's where we developed a project called the GRASS Arm and Hand Treatment Program that is now in thousands of places around the world. It's been translated into about 12 languages, and it had the patient and their caregiver do about an hour a day on these exercises. And it made a difference. It improved their outcomes after 4 weeks of rehabilitation. So they did this in addition to the rehab. And about a half year later, we looked at it and improved their ability to use their hand and arms in their homes. So the Heart and Stroke Foundation has been incredibly important to my work. From the get-go, they funded a number of the initiatives that I developed. That has allowed my research to carry on in much larger ways, and for my trainees to do really innovative things on their own too. So the Heart and Stroke has been really seminal in its funding for my own operating grants, getting my projects out to people where it really matters, and also to training the next generation of stroke researchers.